Hey everyone. Listen. Hey, it's the Let's Get Loud podcast with Jane. Oh my God, you guys, it's been like 45 minutes. We're trying to figure out Zoom on Alicia's end, but also like whose end? Who fucking cares? We're struggling. And she's on her phone, so it looks a little bit different on YouTube, but who cares? We see her beautiful face. We hear her.
We hear me. We hear me. I'm here, everyone. Oh my goodness, the drama of this, guys. The drama.
And we were just saying we've already like kind of started recording and then it just like started freezing, whatever. And I'm like, you know what? On your phone, if it starts freezing, we can go somewhere else in your house that has better reception. Um,
But like pause. The friggin' router is
right there.
literally 10 meters from me right now.
Alicia, I started doing my lives in my bedroom. I really like the lighting there. I'm like sitting on the floor, whatever. And literally it's like no connection. I'm like, pas acceptable. Pas
2025.
2025, people are going on the moon, cars drive themselves. But I'm struggling to have connection to 10 meters because also my router's in my laundry room. My laundry room is in my room. So I don't understand how that could not be. Jeff's like, oh, it must just be like a certain part. I'm like, inacceptable, all parts.
Yeah, yes.
Anyways,
Yes.
so I understand the frustration and I sympathize. All is good. Anyways, we're just saying how technology is not our strength, but like I even showed Jeff what you were going through. He's like, restart your phone. Like there's nothing else to like do. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, so we're not really strong on technology, but we are strong and persistent with figuring shit out. So we think that that's why we've made it this far.
Yeah, actually, that just reminded me that Alfie's having some drama with his Xbox. And I'm like, oh, like
When you said
I have
ex,
to
I was
be
like his ex.
Xbox. Although there's been a lot of girl interaction with little Alfie.
I've seen the parties that he's
Hmm.
invited to. Is he
And
still
he's
into this girl that like? Does he still like her?
I think he does, but like not really like like he definitely likes girls, but he hasn't like said that to me yet because like I when I talk to him about it, he gets like a certain way. He gets like that smile, he gets a little red, like
Okay.
and he is plays like Roblox with them.
Yes.
They play so like I heard him yesterday and I went he's actually playing with Mel's twins, which is
Okay.
funny because they've literally known each other since like
Yes, since
birth.
birth. Yeah.
And I can hear him in his bedroom playing, and I like peek in. He's like, go away, go away, go away. It's cute. And he
I,
bought himself a chain. Did you see he bought himself a chain?
I mean, Noah has a chain since he's 5 years old.
I
Five.
know it's true. And he takes it on and off every day. So for him, like that effort is like, okay, it's serious.
We actually made fun of Noah's chain the other day. I don't know what. I'm like, someone asked, like, what is Noah gonna be like into? And then I'm like, I don't know.
Chains.
And yeah, exactly. And then Jeff is like, I feel like he's just gonna wear his chain and eat eggs and just like smart, you know what I mean? But just like there, no. And I'm like, well, we'll see. We'll see, you guys. He might be into like not chest,
I
chess.
mean, listen, look at Alfie's a sporty kid. Would we have thought when he was
Right. You're right.
6?
You're
Like,
right.
never,
Never. Yeah. You're right.
never.
Okay. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see what he's into. We'll see what he figures out. But it's just funny to watch them and be like, oh my God, like what they're choosing to do. And like he's like, I think I want a gold chain next. He told me that. I was like,
Oh, wow.
we'll start with the silver one. Gold is like really pinning yourself out here. Oh my
That's
God, they're funny.
hilarious.
Hmm. Okay, wait. What else were we saying? The last one that was really good. Oh,
We
okay.
were
Consistency online.
just like the pep talk of like having the persistence to like figure it out, not waiting for it to be perfect, scrappy action. Like I really feel like that is a quality that we both have that like seems to be working.
I agree. And like what we were saying is what we mean by that is a lot of people will ask us like we're consistent or when we do something we keep doing it. It's because we really are not. And as much as Alicia's like A type and almost perfectionist OCD, whatever we want to like label her as or like diagnose. Um she we still see like we don't if we do that, it's not the same type of perfectionist that like someone that is like, I need lipstick, I need my face to be perfect, I need whatever to go on social media. And maybe that's your brand and whatever. I'm so happy that is not our brand, because that stops you from showing up everyday life. That is not your life, that is not what you look like, everything's not curated. And this allows us to just show up, but there needs to be that piece where you cannot care uh about public's opinion and like what you look like, what are they going to think, what are they going to say. Oh my God. So that is a piece of what we're going to talk about today, because, well, first of all, we need to say happy new year.
Wow. I feel like a podcast already came out. We probably said it, but this is
Yes,
actually the new
actually new
year.
year. Yeah.
Yeah.
how
Uh,
how is everything, your holidays? Like we could definitely update them and then go to the let them theory.
uh, so good. I feel like it was our most relaxing Christmas break.
Feel the same.
I like actually let people go on screens, stay in their pajamas. Like I took some time off working. Like it was really good.
Okay, I feel the same. Last year was the year I was like dying with influenza. It's like I'm never gonna forget that. Remember, I was like 5 days
Yeah.
with fever. Neil was sick as well. There was a lot of
Yes.
that going on. My mom got
Yeah.
it. Dia got it. So this year everyone felt great. So that was nice. It went by fast. Like it wasn't like when are they going back to school? Like it was, I was enjoying that they were here, that it was chill, no alarms. Well, a few
The
alarms,
slow
like
the
seven.
like slower mornings, eh?
Love slow mornings.
Like not rushing to like get out the door, make your lunch. Like
Lunch, yeah.
that's the like the hustle bustle. That's what I love about Christmas break.
Yes. Yes. Love the slow mornings of doing nothing. So I enjoyed that. We did a few activities. The weather was nice. The weather was nice for me
It
to,
was.
like Christmas Day, I went outside all morning with them sledding and like took videos and wasn't miserable. So
And Christmas Eve was the most beautiful
beautiful.
snowfall.
Yeah, it was very magical. I feel like it was good. And I feel like that's such a privilege, because I want to recognize that that time of the year will not always be everyone's well, everyone's there,
Yeah.
everyone's, so all the holiday seasons that I still have my parents, that I still have, like, I want to be grateful for that, because it will, like, life always keeps changing, and
Yep.
I'm aware of that. So it's like when I think everyone was there, that's all you would ever want, you know? And then I obviously always have a moment of like, that's not the same for everyone. So just like having that
Space.
yeah, that space, leaving that space for the people that are like, oh, it's my first Christmas without or whatever. And
Yeah.
I'm like, that will be me one day.
Yeah.
And you know, I sympathize with them as well for having maybe a harder one. So when people are like, how are your holidays? I'm like, fuck, like actually perfection, actually perfect.
Aw.
You know what I mean?
I really need to know how it went with Dia's Uggs.
Oh my God. That was her most favorite gift,
Yeah.
and it came from Santa.
Okay.
However, yeah, Santa conversation up ahead, you guys. So just like FYI, if you're like on public speaking right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so you know that she was helping with the elf and stuff. And then she tested this year what I was gonna say with Santa. So she's like, what did Santa bring Noah this year? And I'm like,
She's
I don't know. We're
trying.
waiting. Yeah, trying to tell me. Let me
Uh-huh.
do that.
Uh-huh.
She's like
Uh-huh.
trying to trick me into it.
Yeah.
Then I said, we'll see tomorrow morning. So it's New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve. And I'm like, well, we'll see tomorrow morning. And she goes, stop. Like, what did you buy him? And then I'm like, I guess we'll all see tomorrow morning what we get from Santa. And I just like decided not to. And then she's like, I'm excited to see what you brought me tomorrow morning and what I'm gonna get from Santa. She's just like wanting me to be like, I'm Santa. And I just like
Yeah.
with like, but I went with jokey jokey. We know what's up. You know what's up. We don't need to like make it this like serious, like, I'm so sorry, the magic is over. Like
Yeah.
I'm not into that. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's not my way. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
so I said, let's wait and see what he brings you tomorrow morning. And I think you'll be really excited. So like just, and she just like, we just like finished it off that way. So it's her way of telling me, I know, but we're not like, it doesn't have to be bad. It doesn't have to be sad. Like she's excited to see, you know, what his gift was. And she plays along so well. So she was right excited for the Uggs. And I think the gift was like the perfect gift to be like, clearly it's you type thing. You know what I mean? Because I'd been asking so many questions about the Uggs because I wanted to them right. But I'm like, I need to like help Santa. Like fucking it gets to a point where they're so smart that you sound ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they're like, so for me, it's not sad because it wasn't like I believed and someone ruined it. It's I'm now at the point where I understand how life works. And I think that's okay. Like that's a
Yeah.
part of growing up. Like
Yeah.
that doesn't really make sense, but she played along. We did the reindeer thing. Noah was the cute. I think that was also their age is just so cute. He's just so
Yeah. Yeah.
so that just like worked out really well. But I feel like for Noah, it'll be a little sooner because again, they're just like very curious but also awake humans. Like my kids are very like, what's happening there? Like they just like are very like know what's up though. And so I'm
I
like,
think it's pretty common that like when there's an older
yes,
sibling,
yeah,
the
like
younger ones
younger.
they just do things sooner, find out things sooner, like just the
Yes,
way it
yes.
is.
Yeah. So I feel like, and they don't, I didn't, and that just happened. It's not like I made it on purpose so that when they find out, it's not that much of a big deal. But Santa has not been like a big personage in their life, to be honest. Like during the holidays, it's not all about Santa. It's never been
Right.
so for them, it's not a big change,
Yeah.
honestly. And Noah does not write to Santa, doesn't say that's the gift I want from Santa. He doesn't even say what he wants. Like he's like,
Yeah.
you'll figure it out. So he was very excited when he did open up and I picked the perfect Lego coming from Santa. He's like, oh my God, like he knew I wanted that one.
Oh,
Yeah, it was like very funny. Like he's like,
okay.
he knew
Okay.
that that was the one that I
Okay.
wanted and I made that was fine. But yeah, it's not il y a du monde que c'est vraiment le gros personnage des fêtes. Like
Yeah.
every gift comes from Santa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is fine. It's just that's not been my tradition and my home
Hmm.
either. We had a few gifts from Santa, but everything else was from my parents or like from
Yeah.
family. So it's just, I don't think it's going to be a big deal. It's not a big deal in my heart. I feel like it's fine, you know?
Same with us, kind of. And like I realized that like no one asked me to like put cookies out or anything for Santa. Like we didn't even do that.
Oh, okay. See, we did that
Because
with Noah.
I was like just like we kind of waiting to see if anyone said anything and like no one did. They're like, good night. Like they all know,
They
you know
all
what I
know.
mean? So I'm like, okay, that's good. And same as us. We do like a couple gifts from Santa, one like kind of bigger one, and then that's it really. The
Yeah.
rest is from us. So
What I decided instead of being like, yes, I'm Santa, and or even I just like wanted to, we were jokey feeling. I wanted her to be excited for the next morning and not be,
yeah.
you know, so
Yeah.
like, let's just be excited for what's coming tomorrow morning. Because
I like that.
I think you'll be really happy about it.
I like that.
So I think another year passes right before the freaking conversation comes around. And
Yeah.
then, like she'll be like almost 12. Like obviously, I'm like, by that time, she'll help me. I'll be like, what do you want? And she'll probably say out loud, like, I know you're Santa. And I'll be like, okay, well, we need to like buy a gift from Santa because Noah still wants Santa to be around and I'd love to be your Santa. Like I can be Santa. So just tell me like all the gifts that you want and we'll save one big one for the next morning. Cause that's what we do. All gifts the day before and then Santa gift on the 25th. That's it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
You open all your gifts on Christmas Eve.
Yeah. Although they're funny because I allow them to decide if they want to keep some for the morning with Santa.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Noah decided to keep them all for the next morning.
Okay.
He had like
Okay.
6 gifts to open. He's like super chill that way. And Dia was like, need to open now. So c'est moi ça. Ça c'est moi.
Okay.
That's rosé là. So she opened everything and just had the one gift and the stocking.
Okay.
And then Noah had stocking all of our gifts from Jeff and I, which was like 3 or 4 gifts, and then the one Santa gift. So it was good. And it's like wrapped differently, big bow. Like it's a little
Okay.
bit more like, you know what I mean? Like kind of like, wow, there's a Santa gift and it's close to where the cookies were. Like it's just like more obvious, you know?
Okay. So Santa
Um,
is big bows. That's Santa's thing.
big
Big
bows.
bows.
Yeah, like the biggest bow ever. And it's like a different wrapping and like it's Santa faces. Like, you know what I mean? So
Okay. So
um
overall, great. Dia's happy.
yeah. What
Amazing.
about the girls? Did they get anything that they really wanted? You know what I mean? And you got that like, oh, you know?
Yeah, I did good. Like Alfie was really excited for his Xbox. It was
Yes.
funny because I got him a heated blanket, which maybe a kid would not be excited about, but his room's above the garage, so it's actually quite cold in his
Okay.
room.
Okay.
So I got him a queen size heated blanket. Well, the box is like the exact same size box as an Xbox. And like we wait until like the last, almost near the end to open the big gift, you know?
Okay.
So he thinks he's opening an Xbox, poor buddy, and it's a heated blanket. But he didn't tell me that until like 2 days later that like that had all happened in his
Happening
brain
in his
during
brain.
Christmas. The highs and the lows. So he was happy with his Xbox. And then the girls, I got them this sweater. It's like a brand called like Denza or something.
Okay.
It was from America. It was like not inexpensive. But it's the most beautiful hoodie. It's all embroidered
Yes, you had said that they,
and
yeah,
the material. And so they were
good.
like,
If it's worth it, like when something's expensive and you see the work, I mean, it's always like too expensive, let's be real, but it's when it's worse when it's expensive and looks cheap.
oh,
That's when I'm
it,
upset.
yeah, no, you can tell it's like
Can tell.
quality, and they were so
Good.
happy. So like, I'm gonna just say thank you for me. You know that Snoop Dogg
Yeah.
thing. Like, I crushed Christmas. It was special for everyone. I don't think I went crazy. Like, I was super
Yes.
reasonable.
Was a good one this year.
Yeah, nailed it.
Hey, yay us. Check.
Okay,
Next.
now, new year.
I feel good. I like it's already January 8th. Right now we're recording we're recording January 8th. So you guys are going to see this in like 4 days.
Yep.
Um, so we're now we've flirted, we've talked about what we were going to do in the new year. Any actions to get yourself ready? Any like writing, vision board, like what was your way this year?
I'm not a vision board person
Okay.
for sure. I think it's like I didn't wait until 2025 to like get everything kind
Yeah.
of ducks in a row.
Yeah.
And for me, my big personal focus for 2025 is gaining strength.
Okay.
And so I already kind of had taken all the actions. Now I just need to be consistent with the thing that I started.
Okay.
You know
I
what I
love
mean?
that.
Which is
Yeah.
awesome. Trying to like have balance with like work and life,
Love
which
that.
is, yeah, it's crazy. My neck has been so much better.
Okay.
Yeah, like
You
a
think it's because
million
like just less like pressure, less like fucking calm down?
less like doing this,
Oh, bah oui.
right?
Yeah.
So I'm just like, yeah, no, there's no like dramatic, like stop, start, need to accomplish this. But it's
Okay.
like, I did take a moment to be like, okay, like where am I at with this and this and this, and just kind of like
Okay,
getting it
that's good.
ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels good to do that. So I reached out to two girls from the area, obviously your weight loss. So there's Nadia that works for your weight loss, and then there's Cindy. Cindy was a client. She's been a client for a while. She was on our podcast if you want to hear her story. Just really enjoy her vibe. We're kind of on the same page when it comes to like our personal journeys, not weight, not that related, but like almost like soul journeys. You know what I mean? Like we're kind of on the same page there. So really enjoy her. And Nadia is just someone like it's almost like we've been doing this for so long together where I know a lot of like what she wants to accomplish, where she's at. Anyway, so I think it's important if you want to like if you want other people involved in like what you're up to, you want to create kind of like a little community for yourself, guys, if you're listening, you want to make sure that whatever you have to say or whatever you're working on, that you feel fully comfortable just being fully yourself with these people that you decide that it's not like, well, these people want to lose weight. So like it has to be like a deep, like more of a friendship, more of like a confidence thing with them. So I can say silly things, I can dream big, and I know I don't feel judged or like
Yeah.
they're gonna like go on the back and be like, Jose, like I just don't want that. It's like I feel like we're on the same page when it comes to all of that. So for me, I think with 2025, I felt right busy in my head of like the things I want to accomplish, and they're all categorized differently, whether
Yeah.
in fitness or I want to do more fitness instructor, but I don't fitness instructing or more fitness classes. And I'm like, okay, you say that, but what does that look like? So we actually met and we all went through the things that made us feel like blah, this is my 2025 or what's on my mind. And then it was more like, okay, and what does that look like? You
Yeah.
know? So we went not just like, I want to be more patient. What does that look like?
Yeah.
And how are you going to check in? And, and that was good. I think that's the also an important part, you guys, not just like, I want this, but like, what does that look like for you in terms of behavior? Like
Yeah.
what is missing for that to happen? So like, if I have my sheet right now, but like I wrote, there's a few things that I'm like, actually, on my own, I can write my dreams and what I want to accomplish, but it's fun to talk about like what that's going to look like and what I'm willing
Yeah.
to do and say that out loud. Okay, so if it's like public speaking, I'm like, okay, well, how do I can just say, I want to do more public speaking.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, but like what's missing,
How?
what needs to be done? Yeah. And
Yeah.
on what,
Yeah.
where. So I
Yep.
was like, first of all, I don't even have a website for my public speaking. So when no
Yeah.
one can even like look me up or look up anything. So if you want to be chosen or taken seriously, which I'm
Yeah.
taken seriously, but you get what I mean. As a speaker, you need to have a place where people can go find your shit. Which do you want to
Yeah.
laugh? Do you want to laugh? I created this website on Wix, okay?
Can't wait. Can't
And
wait.
so I had been procrastinating because Wix is right not friendly like Kajabi. Kajabi, I can create a landing page so quick, it looks nice, like it's
Oh,
so
yes.
easy, okay? But
Yes.
then I didn't want it to be connected to Kajabi. It can be on our Euro Weight Loss website. Want to hire Jose as a speaker? You go to her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not just another landing page.
Yeah.
So I wanted it to be separate and have its own. So it's josecomi.ca. So I'm like, I want my own like thing. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
go there. Anyways, if you look right now, it's so terrible. Okay.
I'm going. I'm
So
going.
I go look. So I send it to Jeff and I'm like, it's so fucking bad, Jeff. I just want you to know, I know how
Oh,
terrible it is.
I don't think it's that bad.
He goes, it's like a sixth grader did it. I'm like, I know, I've already told you, you don't need to actually identify or whatever how bad it is, but it's so true. Like it's so like most basic way to make a website.
I think it's great.
I knew,
Also, why couldn't you just do Kajabi but create a new account? Like get a different account.
I don't know. Well, I
Yeah.
don't know. Anyways, but because like it's like I
Because
don't know.
then you don't need to relearn anything.
See, I had Wix with Soul Studio right easy at a website and I
Okay.
had to buy the like URL, like
Okay.
josecomi.ca.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm like, it's so terrible, but I don't know how to fix it. And then see, and I also said though, it's not gonna be Jeff style. So Jeff style is serious, professional. And I'm like,
Definitely not a picture of a person in a wig in a leopard
exactly,
bodysuit.
exactly. And I'm like, why would anyone hire me as a speaker when there's a million speakers? Because I'm fun, because I'm
Yeah.
entertaining. Not
Yeah.
all speakers are fun and entertaining. They can
Yeah.
be very like more serious, more like, wow, that was like very touching. But like what I bring to a room is more energy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
anyways, I wanted that to show, and I'm like, Jeff, like you don't bring that into a room. Like your website would not be the same as my website, Jeff.
No. No.
So he's like, why didn't you just use one of the like fancy Wix templates? And I'm like,
Yeah.
because when I started this whole thing, I was so overwhelmed by their process that I just didn't know what to press, like, so,
Yeah.
and then I got comfortable a little bit and I was like, oh, this is how they work. And then it needs to match mobile style. Oh my God. Anyway, so I
I
spent a whole fucking
know.
day doing this. It took me like 4 hours to finish, like with all the editing that I didn't understand. 4 hours.
Oh. Oh.
And then I send it and I'm like, it looks like shit. But then like Cindy was like, I think it's wow. And I'm like, I love you
I
guys so much.
I don't hate it.
You don't hate it. I see what I knew when I sent it to Jeff, he's going to be like, because it's like picture text, picture text. Like it's not like, no, it's not like soft and like, wow, very pleasing. It's very Jose. Anyways. So I'm like, well, for now, at least I have the content. I have all the content. I know what I wanted to say. It's so simple. I
Yeah.
want one
Yeah.
page. Like it doesn't have to
Yeah.
be, these are my 3 topics. So I was like, that is all the time I have for that. We're going to move on to the next thing. Anyway,
Talk about scrappy action. Do you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
you
it's
just
not perfect. I just needed to
no.
put something. Go.
And it's overwhelming when you're doing something new and you just have to kind of like one, two, three, go and like
Yeah.
figure it out.
That is what happened, you guys. Anyway, so if you go check josecomey.ca,
I
come
think it's
give
great.
me your opinion on
I think it's great.
oh my God, I love you so much. Jeff was like, no way would a big corporation be like, oh, I want, and I'm like, you know what though? If my website as it is right now is not good enough for you, I'm like
I'm
as it's
out.
like, I'm out because I'm not about that. Like I can't portray on the website that I'm this serious, like, that's not me. So I'm like, there's this one thing that I had applied for to speak, and I was like so Jose on it. Like, listen, I can entertain a crowd. I can do this. If you don't want boring, that's me. And they hired me and they
Yeah.
loved it. You know, I'm
Yeah.
like, this is what you're looking for. I can deliver that.
Yeah.
If you're looking for like, it's going to be like steps to whatever, like it is, but ultimately what you're going to get out of that is my energy because
Yeah.
what can you accomplish in an hour and a half? Like I can't change your life in an hour and a half, but I can definitely give you something to think about, you know? So anyway, it's very,
I don't
so
know.
all that to
I think you
say,
could.
oh, I love that. Thank you. So yeah, so just like, what else was I like? Okay, all like personal goals. And it was like, okay, well, you want to read more and do more learning. What does that look like? And what do you want to learn on? Like, it's just like more, not just say, I'm going to read more books, like on what particularly, and for almost like what purpose? Because some people read because they really enjoy stories. I read to fall asleep. Like that's literally like reading. I do read, but it's to help me fall. It's actually a part of my sleeping pattern, if anything.
Yeah, it's your sleep hygiene. It's
It
like
really is. Yeah.
disconnecting your brain from other things and giving
Yeah.
yourself space to like chill.
Yeah. Anyway, so I feel like that could help you guys. If you have like goals, you should also be like, what does that look like for you? And how are you actually going to accomplish that? So that like,
As you were as you were like saying that and I was like, "Oh, I didn't really do anything." Do you know what I did do? Is I did a 45-minute webinar with our members on goal setting.
yeah, you did. I saw that.
And I took them through the process, like doing a brain download. It sounds like
Love
it's
that.
basically what you guys did, but doing a brain download of all your goals. Don't overthink it. Don't judge yourself. I gave them like categories like financial, relationship, personal, business, health, wellness, all the things. So giving them the categories. And then I told them to break their goals into like basically once you have your goal, so let's say read more, it's like, okay, what do you need to do immediately? Because there's some
I love
things that
that.
the step and there's some things that the step is like once you do it once you're done, and then after you've done the once things, like maybe I need to get a Kindle or I need to get a subscription to the library or whatever, right? And once you've done those one things, then it's just like, okay, what do I need to be consistent with? And so to break like the to do's into those two different categories. So I did a whole webinar with them, which obviously helps me with my own goal
Yes.
setting process.
I'm sorry. I know I look disconnected here. Yes, every day. So I have this like light that goes in my car and just like how recent, like every day. Every day I get this message. I told you about this.
Oh,
He goes,
oh,
"Oh,
oh.
okay." Yeah. I'm like, because I got this message, took a picture. Is this normal? He's like, "Yeah, we just did a whatever recall." But then I've had that message every day since then. He goes, "Oh, okay."
Ooh.
Okay, anyways. Yes,
At
yes,
least you have proof.
100%.
At least you have proof of
Yes.
the text
Yes.
conversation. You go back, screenshot it, date.
Yes. There's a few things that have already happened in this. We haven't even like gotten to like the topic we want,
No,
but and we
we
will
can save it for next week.
we definitely could, but I'm like, I feel like we could have this I feel like this is good. It's like the first podcast. Right now we're gonna give them so much value today.
Oh,
Um, but all that to say, you need to, if you feel like it's like, oh my God, it's busy, there's so much I want to do, but it's overwhelming, writing down you guys and just being like, okay, like this is on my mind, this is on my mind, this is on my mind for anything is so pertinent. Come, it will help you so much. And I hope that you guys, and the next thing is don't take yourself too seriously. No, like I have confidence enough in myself that like I can take Jeff making fun of my website. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like I think that that's also like it doesn't have like just there's so many messages here of like don't care what people, and I also know I'm like Jeff, you're also not someone that would hire me. Like
yeah,
this website is not friendly to a Jeff. And even if he's my husband, doesn't mean that like I need, and he has opinions. I'm like, oh, but you're not, t'es pas ma cible. You know,
Yeah.
like you wouldn't want to hire me as a speaker. You don't care about what I have to say. So like, that's not for you, you know? And he's like, yeah, all good, all good.
Neil could take some advice because I told him that writing what was his reel was about was really tacky on his reel, and he was so upset.
Oh,
Poor buddy. He was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "It's just like not a part of it. Like, just write that in the captions, like not on the reel." Anyways, he was upset with me
oh.
that it's tacky. Anyways, he's gonna move past it. We're gonna make it through.
I
Um,
know. He needs to go through like that like process of like and then like in 1 year when he gets better, he'll be like, remember that time? It's like when we used to freaking post tacky shit on Facebook.
yeah, I know. But and then he's so funny. He wants to collaborate with me on every single reel. Like it's a reel about like him at work. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh no,
Does he get
absolutely
upset when we
not.
don't accept? Like I don't accept his collaborations. You know what I
Oh,
mean? It's like,
probably.
and
He
I'm
might
like,
not
he has
notice.
to understand.
Oh yeah, no. And then I'm like, listen, if you want me to collaborate with you, the grid photo needs to be not tacky.
Yeah.
Like, so we got some work to do here, buddy.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. If you want me to collaborate, like I'm gonna have to like give my opinion here.
The shit's
Yeah.
on my grid, buddy. This
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
serious.
Yeah. I mean, we all know that most, like you and I are very, we've just like grown such a good relationship with ourselves.
Oh,
Like we do not need our
no.
spouses or anyone to approve any shit that we're doing.
No.
But most people do.
You're
And
right.
I had to work on that. Oh my God, especially with Jeff.
Yeah,
Because
I remember
because
that.
I'd be like that he was a dick or like he was rude. And I was like, wait a second, like that's how he is. And like it's either you are always mad and hurt or you don't give a fuck. Like you just are like, okay, that's your opinion. I have mine. And I'd rather live in a space. And it's like so much more freedom doing it this way than being always upset. Know what I mean?
And yeah, and that's who he is as a person.
Yeah,
Not like
exactly.
a dick, but it's like it's how he interacts. It's like it's all like also I know that Jeff's getting comfortable with someone when he starts being like mean to them, making fun of them. It's just like his
Yes.
personality. And I love that about Jeff. And obviously
Yes.
you do too.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you had to like be like, okay, this is what it looks like.
Yeah, exactly. Like he'd be like laughing at something. I'm like, sending's like, you can't handle it. Not sending. And I'm like, okay. But
That's like
before,
me.
yeah. Okay, so do we go for it?
How much time do we have?
7 minutes.
Go, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it also ties in exactly with what we're
Yeah,
talking about.
exactly. So,
Okay,
okay,
go.
guys, I started the let them theory. And if you're in Mel Robbins' world, you definitely have seen this because it's all she's been talking about for like over a month for sure. She's been on a million podcasts, big podcast talking about the let them theory. So ultimately it's two words, let them. And the point is to allow yourself to eliminate or reduce stress that comes with trying to control what other people say, think, and do. So it's like, it's a great method, si tu veux, concept to be able to be like, just let them gossip, let them think that that's what you said, let them talk about you, let them believe something about you that's something someone else said, because for real, when you get to the core of it, you will never be able to control that. Ever, ever, ever. So her whole thing is, to not waste time and energy on something that you do not ever will be able to control. There's not even like a way for you to even, there's not like you could talk to the person. Nope. Even after you talk to the person, there's so many things that are being said about you and thought about you that you don't know is happening. So there's just no way to control it all. Like it's not.
No.
And
And
she,
it's just not a great place to put your energy. Like, we only have a limited amount of energy, mental energy, all the things. And like, that's just
yeah.
not a productive place to put it.
Yeah. So ultimately, I'd love for us to have a conversation about that theory, about losing weight your way. So not just losing weight, because people will have opinions and thoughts about weight loss or,
Yeah.
losing weight.
Yeah.
But most people, when they think of weight loss, they're very diet culture. So their thought process and their perspective and their beliefs around weight loss is very diet culture. And then you have us at your weight loss. So not only are you trying to lose weight, you're trying to lose weight your way. Oh, you're going to get some comments here. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like more than a person that loses weight the typical way. So if you lose weight the typical way, that would be like, fruits and vegetables, we're eating protein, we're working out. Most of society is going to have more of a almost like less, they're going to have an opinion. You can't control that, but they'll just be more like understanding of it. Whereas when you lose weight your way, that's where you fuck shit up. Like that's where they're like, what do you mean you can't have ice cream for breakfast? And yes, it matters, when you eat. And like, so they're basically throwing diet culture at you because honestly, you guys, our society, our culture, our community is very diet culture. Like their perspective of weight loss is diet culture. Unfortunately, it was just so strong. It was so heavy. Diet culture was
Oof.
so heavy for decades that it has created a society, a world that believes in that concept.
Truly.
Yeah,
Truly.
so true, like to their core. So you're here trying to lose weight your way. You're telling people that you can eat what you want, that you're changing your mindset. That is heavy shit for them, and they will have opinions and not believe you.
And
Um,
just not understand.
not understand. They won't believe, they won't understand, so they won't believe you. The only way, like you, if you experience something, that's when you can really change your belief system. So let them not understand you. Let them literally say what they have to say, believe what they want to believe. But the other part of the theory in the book, which is the part that I love, is the let me. So it's not just about saying let them and then trying to like, it's almost like don't. No, you can't just say don't. Like you have to have something else to take control, to feel responsible, to whatever, because that's how you change your life, right? So just by saying to people, well, parle about moi. Yeah, okay, cool. Or yeah, sure, let them, do vacation without me or whatever, but then you're just sitting alone and sad. Like that's not what you want. You want to also take responsibility for your life. So let me figure this shit out. Let me experience this. Let me prove to myself that I can eat ice cream for breakfast and lose weight. Let me learn. Let me try it. Let me, you know what I mean? Like, so you're gonna have to let them a lot if you want to lose weight your way. Okay.
Big time.
Yeah. You're gonna have, because it's so different. Like, it's so unheard of. And that's why the community at Your Weight Loss is so important to you because they have.
And I think a piece of this too that's so important is not letting what other people are doing or asking you to do or suggesting be a part of it, right? So a lot of people, they say an obstacle for them is like, but my husband like eats at night or my kids are picky or whatever. And it's let him eat at night. That's not about you.
Yeah.
It's really like, it's like, let
Yeah.
them do that. What do you want? Like, and making sure that you're looking at your own page.
So I feel like that it's such a great concept that you can use in everything. Let your kids try that out. Let them fail. Let them say things that are shitty to their friends and let them figure that out, right? You know what I mean? But it's I find that like with weight loss, maybe you're connecting, maybe you're not. Maybe you're like, oh, I could not care what people think about what I'm eating or doing or whatever. And others are like, oh, that's me. I stress about what other people will think or say, or
Yeah.
when someone says something, it does have an impact on my behaviors.
Yeah.
So like someone could be like, you shouldn't be eating that. It does not change anything. Like I don't go but for others it does. We're 1 minute in, 1 minute. This is a good
Ooh.
conversation.
Okay, I quickly want to say that there's been a lot of opinions on my end because I'm eating more protein, and people saying, well, you don't need this, you do need that. At the end of the day, you guys need to realize that people have different opinions, and you need to find yourself in their opinions.
Yeah.
Like, each and every person has an opinion based on experience. You look within you and you chase what feels authentic to you.
And I think the only way you can do this is that confidence in your ability to do that, your ability to trust yourself. And we are not living in a world, it's all like, you need this, you need that, you'll be better with this. And we need to like consume less of the information and the whatever, and just really do more inner work, you guys.
Big
Okay.
time.
All right. This was so fun. Okay. Have a great day. We ended on a high leash. Everything went well. Let's
Crushed
stop
it.
record so that we make sure it goes out. Okay. Bye.